All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. It's a football day, but I just want to talk about something real quick, man. So we all know James Harden is going through this whole. He don't want to play for the Rockets no more. He want to get traded to Brooklyn. But John Wall had a very productive talk with James Harden and say James Harden do want to play. I don't know if he's just trying to be a good teammate, do what's best for the organization, or if that's what James Harden really said. I don't know. But James Harden missed practice apparently because of corona, y'all know what I'm saying. Because of the virus, right? Like the protocols the NBA signed up for safety. Get it, 100%. But the thing is, he knew that, or he knew that he could not do that with the season coming up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get on here and I say stuff that's like, people like, Chris, you're not being honest, or I'm trying to be angry. I mean, that's common sense. You can't do that. I understand that the rapper Lil Baby, hey, first of all, let me tell you, Lil Baby is one of my favorite young artists, and I don't rock with a lot of young artists. But I admire that man wordplay. I admire his work ethic. Y'all know I'm big on anybody with crazy work ethic. That's why Kobe Bryant my favorite player, and in my opinion, the greatest of all time. But that's neither here nor there, right? He was at Lil Baby's party. Gave him a Richard Mille Rollie, a Richard Mille watch, $100,000 cash, all that great. Have fun with your friends. But the rules are what they are as far as being in the NBA, being what you can and cannot do because of protocols. Of course, and in this day and age, it didn't happen, or people ain't happy with it if it's not on camera. Let me get my minute. Let me get my picture. Let me get my and he knows that. So I kind of got to put this one on him. And first of all, not to be at big functions like that anyway during this time for if you're an NBA player. Now, granted, you can do what you want to do. I ain't got nothing. But according to NBA rules, and we know how this thing goes, everybody trying to be safe, you can't do that. He knew that. James Harden knew that. So no, James Harden did not get a pass on this one. He don't want to play for the Rockets no more, even though people he haven't even had communication with his coach yet. After a while, it started to be like, hey, bro. You hate to see a talent like that become stained. If I'm in no position to give James Harden any advice. I'm not a basketball player. I'm not none of that. But the one thing I would say, your legacy, you don't want your legacy to end up being the guy who, because unfortunately, we live in a world where no one cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. Or the narrative is more entertaining. I won't even say the lie. If the narrative is more entertaining. Because if the way that this is going don't look like it's going to go in good. Now, it could be a surprise. I'm hoping, because first of all, I'm not bashing James Harden. I think that was not a smart move. But if you're going to criticize me for that, now don't forget I criticized other players, my own players, when they did dumb stuff, meaning my own team players. Don't forget when the whole dinner party thing with that, I called that out. I thought it was a dumb move, especially at that time because we didn't have much information about what was going on. So I don't act like this is, I don't attack my team for it. So I don't want that coming out. But that type of stuff, it's just not. And then him not speaking to the coach, not, it's not. Okay, you don't want to be there, but you still got contractual obligations, my guy. I understand it. I don't want to be there. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You signed a contract, man. Let's be honest. They don't have to give you nothing you want. And you can make a fuss about it. And they can sit there and hold you and hold you and hold you. I don't know if many of y'all know who hold on, what's going on here? I don't know if many of you guys know who Tim Fertitta, the owner, is. He's a very staunch businessman, and he's a person that got, and for lack of a better term, he's arrogant. In a sense, I've read his book. I've watched his interviews. I love business. That's outside of this channel, but I love business. That's why I do a lot of things I don't talk about, but I love the aspect of business, so I study business people. Tim Fertitta is someone who is known for building up in the restaurant business, being one of the first to take a restaurant business public. He's done a lot. But one thing he is arrogant, and he don't like to feel like you're getting over on him. And he will play this game out. He will make it. We won't trade you, guy. Like, ultimately, we'll make you stay right here. Because what owners, GMs, and all that have over these players is, once these players' playing days are over, that's it. Now, granted, yeah, they can go out. They may have I don't know, everybody got a podcast now. They may go to a podcast or shoe deals, man. And things like that may continue. But these owners still going to make these millions and millions and millions of dollars from this team every year. Every year. They're not, yeah, they want to win. But if you played hardball with someone like Tim Fertitta, you got to understand, he didn't become a billionaire by being the way he is. He wanted to own. It's not like he got into basketball and like, I really love. No, it was a goal. It was on his checklist. It was on Tim Fertitta's checklist to own a basketball team in Houston. That's it. This is a check. So am I saying he don't? Yeah, of course he want to win. He's a competitive guy. But to prove a point, he will hold Harden there. He will hold him there and just see what happens. He kind of got that upper hand. You still got time on your contract, my guy. So I say all that to say, the going out, you can't be seen in those environments as the NBA season and training camp is starting up. Like that, first of all, I mean, it's wrong on so many levels. And I'm not holding this against James Harden. I just think in a moment of frustration, he decided that, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to my homie's little baby's Bday party. I'm gonna show up with a Richie Million. I'm gonna give him $100K. I get it. That's your player. That's your partner. But understand that's gonna take away from a team. He probably looking at it like the team's gonna be taking him home to be there anyway. Yeah, but don't stain your reputation. One of the worst tragedies that ever happened in the NFL is when you look at a player like T.O., who should have been a first ballot Hall of Fame, only second to Jerry Rice. That's it. Only second to Jerry Rice. But the persona, the antics, all that is what we talk about when we talk about Terrell Owens, rather than the play on the field. Harden is probably, he's got to be, if not the top scorer of all time, he's going to, an ability to score. He's going to be in that top 1, 2, 3. He's there. He's there, man. But you don't want, the end of the day, his legacy to be the great scorer that couldn't win and then turn out to be a heel to his team. That's what we don't want. So Harden, I know you don't want to be the fulfill your contractual obligation. If you can get traded, but don't do it in a way to disgrace your name, my man. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, you guys be good.